Good morning, lovely students. It's Miss Shada. Today we're going to start with the first module at this semester, starting with first impressions reading text. Before this, you can find this paragraph in your student's book, page 6, module 1. First impressions, we're going to get to know the new terms, their meanings, the ideas of this reading text and understand it together. As usual, I like to start my reading text explanation by shedding the light on the new terms. بحب أبلش دايما أعطيكي new terms أو أستخرج من الفقرة اللي new difficult terms لتعرفيهم so you can understand my explanation for the reading text عشان تفهمي إحنا while we're explaining the ideas of the text while we're reading you can just go with the flow or you can understand the ideas. So I'm going to pronounce the new terms, listen to the pronunciation and try to look at the meaning so you can listen and see. هقرأ الكلمات in English only وانتي حتسمعي اللفظ الصحيح وحتتفرجي على المعنى. So, impression, honest, playground, jokes, notice, serious, shy, in common, skillful, talented, reliable, classmates, and finally outgoing. These are the terms that I saw new for you and some you may know بعضها ممكن انك تكوني تعرفي. Okay, so let's start reading the paragraph. In general, first impressions is talking about the idea. When we form pictures or pre-perspective about or pre-interpretation about someone before dealing with them. يعني إحنا دايما when we meet or when we see someone for the first time بتشكل عنا صورة for this person whether positive or negative. هذه الصورة إحنا بنسميها the first impression أو الانطباع الأول. This paragraph is all about, or we're going to see, this question is for you, whether the first impression is very important or it's not. So we're going to read every paragraph. Skillful is with double L. We're going to read every paragraph and extract the main idea of each. هنقرأ كل فقرة ونطلع المعنى أو الفكرة الأساسية منها. So I'm going to start reading. Follow up with me. First impressions. To be honest, the first time I met Jamal, I didn't imagine that we would ever be close friends. Here we have Rashid, if you can see at the end of the paragraph, he's talking about the first time when he met Jamal. He arrived about a year ago at our school. He's a new student, طالب جديد. I saw him in the playground. He made friends quickly as he was very friendly and funny. He told jokes and made all the other students laugh. Now, Rashid is describing this new student, Jamal. In class, he was clever and hardworking. He didn't take much notice of me that first week. Now he's trying to talk about Rashid, the first impression that Jamal made or formed about him. إنه ما لاحظوا كتير فبيقول إنه أنا ما تركت in other words a good impression ما ترك انطباع جيد to the extent that Jamal didn't even notice him ما لاحظ وجوده in the class. We seemed so different. I'm quite serious and really shy now. Rashid is comparing himself here. He's comparing himself with Jamal. He's saying that he's funny, he's friendly, he's hardworking, he's clever. But me, I am quite serious and shy. This difference between Jamal and Rashid makes Rashid think that they are very different, and I am going to underline or circle the word different. Okay, so the main idea of the first paragraph is that the coming of a new student, his name is Jamal, and Rashid first impression about him, how positive, how funny he is, and the thought of Rashid about Jamal's first impression on him. So الانطباع الأولي شكله كل من جمال وراشد عن بعض. And now till the moment we think that Rashid and Jamal are very different. Okay, the second paragraph. Well, one afternoon about a week later, I met Jamal on the basketball court. Hey, the second chance, bear in mind, we have a second chance. We were alone and we started to play basketball together. We soon discovered that we had a lot in common, so we can see that indifferent and in common they are opposites. بالأول they were different, but when they met for the second time and they talked to each other and they played basketball اكتشفوا إنه they have something in common. We both love basketball and music. From that day on, we become really good friends. Jamal is actually a kind and reliable person. He's a really skillful basketball player and he thinks I am talented because I play the piano really well. So after they sat together and chit-chat and play basketball, they start to find mutualities or they start to find points where they are so similar. إنهم بالفيرست امبريشن بالفقرة الأولى فكر إنهم different بس لما تعامل معه ولعب معه وشاركوا أفكاره اكتشف إنه لأ هم مشتركين وصاروا friends. In the last paragraph, our classmates find it strange now to see us together. The outgoing Jamal, who always has a big smile, and me, the quiet and shy boy. So even here, even the classmates in the school find them very different, but because they don't know how similar they are. هم مفكرينهم ما بيشبهوا بعض بس هم ما بيعرفوا إنه they talked and played and find many interest with each other. And let's move on. They find it difficult to believe we're best friends. After school, we usually sit and read or listen to music together. They look like each other, and they're best friends. They can do different activities together in school and out school. بداية إنهم هما بيشبهوا بعض لقوا قواسم مشتركة بالمدرسة وبرا المدرسة. Every Saturday we go and watch a basketball match or practice together on the courts. It's just those to show how first impressions can be so wrong. And this is the last sentence in the paragraph is the main idea of the paragraph, that how first impressions can be wrong and they are not true. الانطباع الأول مو دايما بيكون صح والدليل Rashid's story about his friendship with Jamal. First he thought they are very different, then it sounds that no, they have a lot in common. بالأول فكروا إنهم كتير مختلفين عن بعض بعدين اكتشفوا إنه لأ في عوامل مشتركة. لو حكموا بس من الفيرست impression كان ما صاروا they won't ever be like what Rashid said at the beginning here. I thought here I thought that we would ever be close friends, but when we follow with the story we found out that no, they became close friends, and in this sentence, the last paragraph, this sentence proves that they really became close friends. We are best friends, or we are very close. So let's revise the main ideas of this paragraph. The main ideas are: first meeting or impression doesn't always tell so much about you. So you don't have to be perfect عشان تطلع بالانطباع الأول تعجب كل each person. You have other chances to introduce yourself, to get to know people, and to let people know you. Okay, the second idea: give yourself more than one chance to know people and to let them know who truly you are. So it's not important if you if your first impression was negative, wasn't that good, you have another chances, opportunities, places, time to get to know people. And the third idea: even if people can be so different, they may have a lot in common, sorry, then things that can make them happy with each other. So we saw that Rashid and Jamal, they have things in common, but at the same time they're different. Jamal is funny, is outgoing, is open, he has a sense of humor. In other, like on the other hand, um, Rashid is very shy, is very introvert, is very serious, but still they found mutualities, they found things in common, and that what started up their relationship or their friendship. And this is all about the paragraph. We have page 7, exercise 3, if you can. This is how it looks in your books. Read the story on page 6, then answer the following question. Remember when we at our first class talked about parts of speech: nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs. Here we're talking about adjectives, and we said that adjectives are used to describe nouns. قلنا إنه الصفات تستخدم لوصف nouns. These nouns can be places, can be things, can be people. Now we're going to describe Jamal and Rashid. I want you to, before uh, you have a look on the key answer, I want you to try to extract from the paragraph first impressions, the adjectives of each Jamal and Rashid. قبل ما تطلعي على الحل حاولي من الشرح اللي أنا عندي هون دوري على adjectives، دوري على nouns that describes أو اللي هي ال words that describes nouns، فحتلاقيهم ال adjectives. وإذا to help you doing this, you can look at the suffixes أو الحروف اللي بتنتهي فيها usually in English the adjectives like ly, y, ed, ing, aple, full, ous, and a lot of others, less, and so on. But these are the most like common suffixes of adjectives. فأنت extract them, then try to compare your answer with my answer, and I'm going to post it on WhatsApp and Facebook. And thank you so much. I'm going to send you a link with Google Form. Read the paragraph, study the meaning in order to solve and to solve the Google Form correctly and submit your answers. Thank you so much. See you in another class.